Up, fam? You know what time it is. We're going into week 10. That means this is 5 weeks left because we ain't finished with week 10. So for y'all that can't add 10 plus 4 more weeks is 5. So 14 weeks in the season. We still got to go through week 10. All right. But 5 weeks left to go. And well, with that being said, we can go ahead and look at this chart for the first time and start counting some people out. That's just the way it goes down. So let's start with the big man at the top with 8-1. Teach a man how the squad goes up. Bieber Boys goes down. Neighbors is Golf goes up. Motown Monsters is up. Big Dog 313 is really down. Held that number one spot for a long time and then got smacked up. And then Almighty Scumbags jumps up into the playoffs. Blue still not far behind them. Detroit 6 on his ass as well. And so is I Don't Have 4 or 9. Leo Gang still in it. Don't count him out. He was the champion last year. And he at 4 and 5. 5 plus 4 is 9, right? Top guy only got 8. So it'll take a lot for him to get up there because a lot of people would have to lose. But he ain't really chasing but a number one, right? Which is to get to that 6th spot. Almighty Scumbags is on the block, along with me and Big Dog 313 and Neighbors, because we only 2 games ahead of most of the people that's down here at the bottom, and only 1 game ahead of Blue Steel. So if you don't keep your head sharp and on a swivel, it will get chopped off. But for these busters down here at the bottom, 11 through 14 at 2 and 7, 5 plus 2 is 7. Top guy already got 7. Top guy, the next guy already got 7. And there's 3 of us that only need 1 game, right? In order for us to completely lose enough for the bottom 4 to lose, everybody above them pretty much would have to lose, and that's impossible. Why is that impossible? Because we know how matches go, right? The matchups don't even match up for them to be able to make it. So by next week, they'll be permanently eliminated, and enough people probably will have 7 games to keep them out, and they ain't gonna have enough to get up, depending on how they win. So even if they win out, the best they could do is probably chase that last spot for 5 and 4. But we know 7 is gonna be the number, and it ain't looking like they're gonna make 7 this year. So all 4 of them should be eliminated, and let's get into it. So sucks to be you. So we'll just keep looking at the top 10 from here on out. All right, let's go. Matchups from last week. First is me, Motown Monsters, doing the thing. 907, 97.04 to 76.66. Bad Boys takes another L. And I go ahead and kick it off with Joe Burrow doing his thing real big. But look at this. Worthy got me another -1. McMillan, nothing. So I got some changes that I got to make, or I'm not going to be here long. And I can recognize that even as a winner. Bad Boys didn't even set his lineup. So, I mean, that was like a bye week, right? Thank goodness for him that made me look good. Blue Steel, 96.50 to Big Dogs, 94.88. He was trying to make a comeback, saying he going to stay up there. Blue Steel got him, and he trying to make his run for the top. You look at these scores, though. Look at that, 20, a 30, and a 12 for the top 3. A 31 from Lamar, and then you got a 9, a 4, but then boom at the bottom, a 10, a 15, a 15. He got a 0 in there and still won. But he had people on bye. He got people that he just sitting on. So next week, he might not be playing with them no more. But look at all of these down here at the bottom. IR, questionable, questionable, questionable. His team just got destroyed. That's all there is to it. But when he get all his team members back next week, he might be somebody dangerous to mess with. But this week he wasn't. And that goes to Blue Steel, who comes up on his come down. Detroit 6, 117.10 to 107.04. I Don't Have 4 or 9 gets beat by 10 points. And if you look at these scores down here, Josh Allen was the man as usual. He be killing it the game and putting up nice numbers. But look at these other scores: Devontae Adams, McLaurin, Bowers. But this is not normal. But as long as his team keep doing that, he gonna keep somebody down. But if you look on the other side, Vikings had 11. Dowdle had almost 20 points. Smith had 16. Jefferson had 18. There was a lot of big numbers in these games, and it just didn't amount up to enough. I don't have 4-9, but he could have beat a lot of people this week if he didn't face Detroit 6, which is also trying to make a comeback. So at them both 4 and 5, this is going to be a match to watch going forward for them too. See if they can get that last spot. Bieber Boys, who was at number 1 for only 1 week and then fell from that with 93.90 to Neighbors is Golf, 151.60. Some killer points right there. He could have beat anybody this week, just about. 29.50 to 30. And look at that, 33. Them quarterbacks was showing off. Then you got these running backs showing off. You got the wideouts. Not really doing that much on Beaver Boy's side, which is probably why he was. But on the other side, Mooney and Neighbors, look at that. They going wild over here. Otten's going crazy. Dobbins is crazy. You see what I'm saying? These scores is off the charts, which give him his 150. If they do that every week, he may be back in the top again, because that's some good scores. Almighty Scumbags, 98.52. Squeaked this one out against the bottom shelf Brews at 97.28. Look like both of the people we always wondering if they checking a list actually did, but it didn't completely help. Because look, he got a 0 right there with Cooper. He got another 0 with Brooks. But guess what? Scumbags, they came out and was real scummy this week, and they got the win by a hair of their chin. But they did it, so that's all that matters. I like that quarterback getting 30, but I don't like that quarterback because I hate that guy. But 30 is a good score for a quarterback. Henry was going wild, okay? He hopped over somebody, and this looked just like this is what happened to Bottom Shelf Brews. That's what's up. Teach a man's how to squabble, trying to keep that number 1 spot and is not playing no games at 154.80 and the big dog of the week. That's a hell of a score. At 119.50, who could have beat a lot of people, B. Childs came back fighting, trying to at least take that last slot, but it didn't work this week. But again, don't give up. You just need to get number 6. So if you can win out, you might be able to get number 6, but 7 seemed to be that number. So you basically have to hit your stuff right on the mark at 7 and 7 and maybe make the playoffs in the 6th slot. But it ain't going to be if you keep running into accidents like this. Teaching man's how to squab can still squab very well. That's all that means. Staying number 1, congratulations to you, and B. Childs, hope you make it. You got a good team. OJ Mustard with 59.92 points is the booty eater of the week. I don't think anybody was surprised about that. And he fought Leo Gang, who came out with 127.44. Again, these scores is off the charts this week. And guess what? They could have won against a lot of people. And he went up against somebody who he could have probably just woke up and rolled over and won. But with that type of score, it's a good testing ground to put forth whether your players can do what they need to do and still get a win, even if they had kind of crapped out. So testing this team that he did put back together again, it's looking good. It's looking good. You need to get rid of some of these people that's out on IR, but that's just my personal opinion. You know, we don't play through the playoffs, and they ain't going to be back till the end. But he a champ, and I'm not. So let's see what he got. See if he can get back in the playoffs and do his thing. He real close at 4 and 5, so we'll see what's up for next week. Let's go to these matchups for next week. Easy run right here. It's going to be me going against Blue Steel. I think I'm going to take it because I never go against myself, and I'm trying to stay in the playoffs. Bad Boys versus Detroit 6. Well, Bad Boys, He looked like he's slated to do really well, but it's a lot of red on that side, right? Detroit 6, if he don't check his lineup, he got a lot of people on bye. But if he actually check his lineup, he might win this one. He still got Josh Allen that's going to put up 30 to 40 points every week. So out of my picks right now, I'm going to say that Detroit 6 will check his lineup, fix it, and Bad Boys will probably lose. Big Dog 313 versus Beaver Boys, and he trying to get his spot back. This is gonna be a good fight to the end right here. Let's see if anybody got people on bye. Oh man, he got another guy, a couple guys on bye again, which means that this is gonna be a good one for Beaver Boys to take advantage. He should take the spot, and Big Dog 313 shall lose again. I don't have 4 and 9 at 108 and Almighty at 111. He is not trying to hear his cousin talk that much shit to him for the rest of the year. But if it was me, I'd get him. So I'm pretty sure that 4-9 is trying to get him. But let's see. Anybody got people out? Nope. And last week, Almighty had a better team and a better score. So I'm going to take Almighty for this one. Because, yeah, too much red on that side. All right, there we go. Next up, we got Neighbors' Golf versus Teach a Man How to Squab. Teach a Man How to Squab came out on top, but he had people on bye this week, huh? That might hurt him up. Let's see. We will see. But based off of what we see here, Sam Darnold versus Jalen Hurts, one at Jacksonville, one at Dallas. Oh, I'm going to take Teach a Man's out of squad because Dallas sucks. And that should be able to put it over the top for most of his players as long as he switch out and check his lineup and change that one player. He already within reach. He need one player to get the points that he need to switch out. So that one off a bye with one of his people from the bottom will just do it right. So as long as he check his lineup, he'll be straight and stay in number one, and Neighbors' Golf will go down. Bottom Shelf Brews versus OJ Mustard. I think Bottom Shelf Brews going to win this one because OJ, well, he don't be checking his lineup, and that's all that really matters, and his lineup is trash. So there it is. B Child's Playmakers versus Leo Gang. Leo Gang came out swinging last week, but it looked like he got a few people on bye. So either he going to have to switch out. Oh, man, his lineup is trash too. So he going to lose this one this week. And B Child's Playmaker is going to get one and actually try to make that run back up to the top. He had a great score last week. Leo Gang better do something to figure it out. All right, and that is it for this week. Make sure you set your lineup. Set your lineup, fools. Peace.